What is up, folks? Welcome to another live stream of aviation. Good happy Thursday today. Is it Thursday? Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening. If you're watching from the United States, thanks for tuning in. I know I'm streaming right in between two big streamers, between the V1 and Flight Sim. So tough choice, but I hope you can watch this video on replay later on. Anyways, we are in Jackson, Mississippi. We left this plane yesterday in here, gate 17 in Jackson, and we are heading back to Atlanta, back to the home base of this aircraft, and then from there we're gonna take a short flight to Myrtle Beach in the Carolinas. We do have payway sceneries for this Jackson scenery. Here is a beautiful scenery by KMYR, and then we have a vertical sim simulation scenery for Myrtle Beach. This is the captainsim 717 aircraft. Quite an aircraft. I think there's a lot to say about this aircraft, and there's a lot of reason why also not to buy this aircraft right now. We'll talk about that later on. Behind the skies, welcome aboard. Thank you for tuning in, and everyone else that is just joined us. Make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. Join us on Discord. You can find the link in the description down below. Now, this aircraft is at the price point of $20, I think, $20 US as of today. It came out 2 or 3 days ago. I bought it as soon as I saw it and knowing what I was getting into. And it's another captainsim aircraft. We're gonna see this once we get into the flight deck, and it uses the system of the Airbus 320neo default version, not even the it's the Azobo version, not even the fly-by-wire version. I'm hoping that mods will intervene and people will start adding mods to it and make it, you know, a little bit more flyable. We realize that the auto throttle, it's completely useless for the descent and approach, so we're gonna run this on descent, managing our own speed with a throttle. Yeah, to be honest, the rest, it's pretty good. The outside is really nice. The exterior modeling is done to the point. Maybe a little bit too much riveting on the fuselage. But I mean, I work on this plane quite often, so I've seen this plane quite often in real life, and it does show its age and does show its rivets. This aircraft is basically on the skeleton of the DC-9, and I was really hoping to see these aircraft coming live before Delta and Hawaiian Airlines decides to get rid of these planes. We're gonna hop in the flight deck and see what we have. By the way, this is the 717 flight deck. Some people have been telling me that, you know, it doesn't look realistic. To be honest, I've seen the 717. It looks pretty good. The overhead panel looks on point. I'd say everything, it looks pretty good over here. The main issues that I have is just using the Airbus systems here. You can see on the MFD and your engine ECAM, it's basically Airbus, and unfortunately that's something I don't understand why, but I can. That's what it does. Your yoke, if you're figuring out where the yoke went, is right here. You click over here, you're gonna get it, and it's right here. There you have a lot of, I wish they put at least a checklist. It comes with a checklist, but it's pretty useless. So we have the battery master switch on, and the external power, it's automatically connected the moment you come in. IRS, the inertial reference system, is off, and you could turn it on, but it doesn't do anything because everything comes already pre-aligned. I've flown on Delta 717 myself. I was sat right at the front, and it was quite fun, to be fair. The 717, it's a cute little plane. Now in the front, you won't hear much of the noise, but in the back, when you are seated at a tail cone jump seat, when you jump seat on that plane, and you're right there at the tail cone, you will feel those engines. Anyway, let's see. I did load the flight plan through the regular flight plan loader, which works great, by the way, on here. Let's see. Let's come back. I'm still figuring out. There you go. I think it's this one. All right, got it. Let's go next page. Ballast fuel, we're gonna put 0. Fuel prediction. All right. Flight plan. We have the flight plan in performance. Sorry, not in it. So we got that. All right. So let's go back to flight plan. We're gonna be using runway 16 right for departure. Insert. Gonna go ahead straight out to Rico. Whatever this is, Myrtle, Orc. And we are planning for the Gandalf 2 arrival. And let's have a look in the our sim brief panel here. 16 right, Rico, Myrtle, Orc, Gandalf 2 arrival on to runway 8 left. So let's have a look here. Arrival. ILS 8 left. I was going to fly on a Delta 321, but it had a crack in the windshield, so we had to get on a CRJ. I was right in front of the engine, and it was incredible. The CRJ 700, I hope not the 200. The 200 was awful to fly on. Gandalf 2 arrival. So this is where last time we had our little tiny issues here. So we select Gandalf 2, right? And then that was jog. Okay, now I want to know if I can find not the golem. I cannot find the orc. Do I press no transition? 8 left. Approach fire. Insert. All right, let's have a look, because the last time we had issues with this, and let me find out. Let me find out very quickly. All right, Orc, Mordor, Rat, Swag, those Mag, Smeagol, probably. Jungle. Okay, perfect. Let's see. See, I don't have any of these waypoints. I have Swag, Finley. Alright, so let's have a look at this arrival quick. It's weird because after Orc, I don't know why, but it's taking me to a whole different place. And I cannot figure it out. Maybe if I put... let's have a look here. Somehow I cannot get the Orc transition. Okay, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out now. We can manually enter the flight plan too, because it's flying through. Let's see. It's doing KMYR. From Orc, it's switching to KMYR, the Sandler, and Finley, and then Swag, which I see that. But what I want is Mordor, and the other one Nazgul. Let's see. Why is it not showing up? That's the thing. Is that for aid right? Is that why? Oh well, we'll figure it out. Will you fly the INI 320 Neo when it releases? Of course I will. Definitely I will. All right, so 8 left. Let's see again. Gandalf 2. 8 left. Right. Gandalf 2. Maybe there is the Aussie. It's a Gandalf 2, but let's see if I can find the Golem. It's gonna go to the KMYR transition. Where is the Mordor? Frodo, KMYR. I don't see Frodo. I don't see the one right where I'm at. That's the thing. Maybe it's not there anymore. Maybe I did not update my navigraph. Oh, so it could be. Anyway, let's add this then. Let's do the way. So Golem. No, we said the KMYR transition. Insert. All right, so let's have a look here. Let's get into plant mode and let's have a look. I'm gonna have it a little bit more. There you go. See, that's it. It switches to the different arrival, but it's okay. Looks pretty good to me. All right, we got that. We have that's the thing. This is not made for ATC flying. I'm gonna switch to our climbing altitude, which is at flight level 290. Heading. We said for the 16 right, correct? It's gonna be 159. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU. So APU start. All right, we're waiting for the APU to start up. I'm gonna hear some sound because there's no visual or indication here that the APU is running, as it's using the default Airbus 320. Default, yes, that is default 320 stuff, unfortunately. All right, can hear the engines, not the engine, but I can hear the APU spooling up. I'm gonna bring the volume up a little bit. So today our flight number is 2374. This is really cool, actually. I like this. That's pretty good. $23.74 set. QNH for today flight weather. We're looking at 3006 as QNH value. $3006 set. I assume APU is running. Yes, APU is available. Disconnect. I'm gonna look at the ground crew. Said disconnect the power. We're doing a little hands gesture, and we're gonna go ahead and check out the more other things. I'm gonna add the flight directors on and call for pushback. Hey, welcome aboard. Waiting for Sim Plaza to release it. Sim Plaza? Wait, I thought, is it Sim Plaza that is releasing it or TFDI? Am I unaware of that? Operate jet. Wait, no. For pushback. Welcome aboard, by the way, Mr. Jarn Inderbitsen. Did I say it right? I hope so.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Beacon light can come on. Let the ground new crew that we are about to take. I forgot to do that. Let's do this. Alrighty.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And then we'll do anti-ice over here, windshield. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we get this time. I had no clue there was another developer for the 717.
Locking gear.
I'm planning tomorrow to do a long haul flight, by the way. We are getting pushed back, locking gear. And we are be heading, let's have a look again. 16 right, so we're going to have the nose to the right, tail to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Our brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, we're going to start with the right engine first. Double check all is good, so we turn on all the pumps here. Not sure why, but... Are you sponsored by anyone yet? Not yet, sir. Not yet. It would be great to have a sponsor. But first, I need to be monetized. We used to be monetized. This channel used to be quite big, and all of it. And then with COVID, unfortunately, I had to take a break because of work and family issues. Move out of the state. So now we're back. So we recently started again. So. And this thing with the GSX, the landing gear keeps going down slowly. There you go, you can hear the Airbus, unfortunately. Like, they did not even think about that. They did not even, like, if you're testing the plane, I mean, you could have done that. This is my problem. If you're testing the plane, the thing is, you're not testing the plane. I don't know who is testing your plane, the captainsim's plane. But it's clearly not a person that knows anything about planes. There you go. Not always. Not always. You don't have to be monetized for it. There you go, landing gear slowly going down. It's gonna go down all the way down. Don't worry about it. But I think it's an issue only with this airport, because I had no issues with the other airports. Although we did have it in Atlanta, I think.
Please set parking brakes.
That was an abrupt stop.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
You guys, you messed up my plane. Alright, confirm good
Cockpit to
engine.
ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
I'm gonna go right through my flight deck. Yep. We need to fix this too.
Unlocking gear.
Would it be possible for me to become a moderator for your channel? This is the behind the skies. This is the first time I think I've seen you like active and live in the chat.
Is clear.
If you keep popping up in the chat, and if you keep monitoring the chat, we have a Discord channel too. If you're active in there, that's what I'm looking at for any moderators. And then I'll be more than happy to add you as a moderator at that point. Yes. All right. So we got the engine starts. APU, we're gonna shut it off. Now, this, I think. There you go. And then this is back on auto, and we are looking good. All right, let's set the taxi lights. Captain M, welcome aboard. Good to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Park brakes off. We'll have to unlock the gear from the ground, which we did, I think. Yeah. It does look beautiful, though. Like, imagine if this plane was actually a plane that was good. If we can get, if we could get a mod, someone that can do that. We even forgot to do the performance, by the way. Flaps 13. Okay. The flags at 20 apparently. I don't know. Brake check. Good. Up 13 set. Flight control check. Give more power, otherwise this thing will not move. Usually this plane does not need much power to move. Are we taking Alpha over here? Clear left. Clear right. So tomorrow I think we're gonna take the 787 or the 747 out for a spin. We're gonna probably do a longer flight. So we're gonna connect early in the morning probably and do a flight tomorrow. Let's see. You can find a spot to go with either plane. Found this cute little Newark scenery. I hate flying through Newark, but they have good scenery and I can try it on. And then first of all, the other thing I need to do. There you go. Alright, flaps 13, so I'm gonna set to 13. And ladies and gentlemen, we're number 1 for takeoff for flight attendants. Please prepare the cabin and for departure. I'll have to go here still. Alright, let's do this before we get into a runway. Set. Few other things I need to set actually is transponder. There you go, and 1,000 weather. There you go. Auto flight. We thought about getting self-loading cargo. See, I thought I had it. If not, I had the not a self-loading cargo. I think I have AXA. Wait. What's going on with my? Well, folks, as you can see, that's already something that happened there. Yes, sir. I am on Eastern time. Sorry about that. I missed a turn a little bit. It was the autopilot decided to act up. Approach is clear. Runway is clear. 16 right on the ground. 16 right. Oh, no charts. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, good. Everything is fine. We're looking at 131 as rotation speed. Airspeed is alive. $100 knots. Rotate. I don't know why the engines pull back so quickly. But it is a captainsim aircraft, so careful on your takeoff. That's all I can say. Oh, we're so close for that flap setting to come on. Ooh. What a bumpy ride here. That's a cost. What does it sound like? That's what it is. Unfortunately, it sounds like an Airbus. It has the same systems and sounds of an Airbus. Unfortunately, it does. What do you expect from captainsim flight line? Yeah, right. So it is. We're looking at what. Who asked for the cost about? Someone asked for the cost of this. So the cost of this plane, we're looking at. Wait, why are we descending now? Not a climb mode automatically. Yo. Pitch up. Pitch up. Pitch up. Pitch up. At least the cabin and the cockpit looks nice. Right? The cockpit looks nice. The cockpit does look great. The cabin does not. Flight line here. I'm gonna, as soon as I get out of the turn here. That's the thing though, they don't have a he can't use the somehow. I think it's because he needs, maybe he does not even have the 787, so that's why all his Boeing aircraft have 4 engines, so they couldn't base it on 787s, for example. Let's have a look at the cabin. Right, someone asked for the cabin. Y'all, we did press cap. Now that explains why we were stalling before. I thought we pressed it. I thought we pressed the landing gear. I thought I did. I did not do the visual check though. And that's why it's important that you follow the checklist. That did not done. Glad we looked outside, because otherwise would have done a flight to Atlanta with the landing gear down. That would have been awful. There you go. That's the cabin. The cabin, it's nothing. It's literally Roblox seats. So do not expect anything on the cabin. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's the cabin. I believe it has a galley. See, not even the tail cone has been. There's 2 bathrooms in the tail cone. There's a jump seat in the tail cone. There's 2 jump seats in the tail cone. How can you do a visual check if you're flying in real life? A visual check, well, landing gear down. You will have the 3 indicators there in the flight deck. So that's your visual checks. Now, on some aircraft, for example, the plane that I used to fly, the Piper Seminole, when I was in flight training, I see, got the 2 jump seat, which actually are pretty good, and this panel is pretty on point, very low resolution. There's 1, 2 coffee pots, 3 coffee pots. I wish we had 3 coffee pots. Apparently there's an oven. A lot of 717 don't even use an oven. There's usually here, there is a part of the galley here. Yeah, there's an oven or something. And here, there's a bathroom. Right at the beginning, there's a corridor here, but anyway. No bathrooms today. Now for videos are paused because my PC is dead. A new one is getting in December, so to answer your question, it's random. Okay, what? This guy is having a hard time to climb at this throttle setting. Let's see if we can do it. 13,000 feet, so let's go ahead and turn the lights off. Well, these turned off automatically. When you retract the landing gear probably, which is cool, I thought. Because by the way, if I turn on the landing gear now, lights, because it's inside, it will turn on like this. There you go. Double ding at 10,000. What is that cabin though? 777 cabin at least looks good, but this is just disgraceful. Imported from Roblox models. Yeah. And so I do believe that that's the strategy. It did say that this model has been made from scratch. But the only thing I'm scratching is my head right now because the interior cabin, you know, some developers are like, okay, I suck at system, but I'm very good at modeling, and then that's good, that's fine, you know. And then you just want to hope that people that know how to mod planes will come and bring your plane alive. All right, but that's not the case here. Are you an airline pilot, Captain? I'm a commercial pilot, but not an airline pilot. So I do work on the side to get my rate, to get my hours. So, but I'm working for an airline right now, and but I'm not an airline pilot for them. So, I do work. I do have a position in an airline, but not as an airline pilot. I do fly. So you can imagine what I'm doing, but I do have a commercial license. I'm waiting for, so this airline that I'm flying with has a pipeline program for people that work for the company. So that's what I'm waiting for. Okay. Well, 14. That's actually, you can start next year, right? 16. By 16, you can get your license. And when you're 18, you can get your ratings and then start instructing at the age of 18. So at 20, I know a pilot that is 24 and he's already a pilot for Delta. $18,000 feet standard. All right, let's hold okay everything here. Looks pretty good, decent. One thing I never turned on is this thing. I don't know what that does, because most of these buttons don't do much at all. I can turn off the battery in flight and nothing's gonna happen. I want to become a pilot, quite expensive though. Have you my little brother is doing it now. He's in a program. There's the EasyJet Academy. Wizz Air has his own academy, I believe. Have you tried on that? Think about the British Airways or EasyJet. Go for EasyJet right now. Now you can switch to British. Wizz Air pretty good too. To be honest, all you need is your very first airline job. Whoever hires you first, go for it. Once you get your hours, then you can get, you know, your freedom of choosing who you want to work for. But you need your hours, you need to get the experience, you need your very first job. All right, and once you get your first job, that's it. That's you're gonna work for them diligently. You're gonna have a good record with them, and then you're gonna start thinking about, hey, I might want to work for Emirates, so I might want to work for Qatari, or I might want to work for British Airways. BA? Alright, yeah. I'm trying to work my way up to a 787, and that's my dream. It's gonna be either Hawaiian or United, probably Hawaiian. Well, United has a program, actually. You should look into it once you get to age. So get your rating and start looking at the United program, which is the United Aviate program. They have a college program. Go ahead and check it out. Let me see if I can find the website. Here you go. This is one. All right, folks. I've been drinking a whole 2-liter water bottles. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I used to like Boeing, but now I'm not a fan at all. After the 737 stuff, cutting corners, I've had enough. I love Airbus now. I was going on vacation. I was going on to fly Ryanair, but it wasn't Max. I click on the link. They are showcasing 787 like no tomorrow. It's like they're say, "Hey, flying line, come work for us." So I paid behind. That's why I paid extra for BA, not 5 Max. Like that. So there is no such a. Let me say something. So there is no such a thing of being too computerized. Okay, let's start from that fact, because computerization helps to remove the workload from a pilot, and that's exactly what you need computerization. There were more accidents before on certain planes that were computerized than some planes that are computerized now, like some of the modern computerized planes. And the reason why, because now there's less workload on the pilot, so they can concentrate on finding what the issue is with the aircraft, you know. And that's the key part here. Computerization is not an enemy, but it's something that's supposed to bring safety on. Now, if pilots are not briefed about these computerization, not well trained about this, that's where we have the issues, right? And Boeing did cut their corners, did not also let some people know about this new plane. They just give them some CBT to learn at home, and that's not how, unfortunately, a pilot needs to be trained. A pilot needs to be trained on a flight simulator at first, and then transition to the new plane, because there's different dynamics, different. It's like a 320 and 321. You know, the plane does not rotate the same way, does not fly the same way. So they were not told about the MCAS and not trained enough on the MCAS, and that's the issue. That's where it happened. So computerization is not a bad thing. And sticks, to be honest, folks, remember the very first planes did not have yokes. It was sticks. So when everyone says the real plane has a yoke, no, the real plane has a stick. The very first planes had a stick, as some of the Cessna's still had the little stick on the side. Not Cessna, sorry. The Cirrus, right, has a stick on the side, and it's a very intuitive way to fly a plane. But jets, fighter jets, they don't have a yoke. They need something quick and reactive. So that's one-handed thing. And yes, yeah, sometimes it's cool to have the feeling of a yoke. I do like flying a yoke, but I found it easier to deal with a side stick than a yoke. At least Boeing has an ECAM. I watched a thing about MCAS. They say nothing about it as if it did not exist. So Lion Air pilots had no clue what to do. The FAA said they had 10 seconds to turn it off, or it's unrecoverable. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, it activated, I believe, on the Ethiopian Airlines flight. It happened twice. So that's where the issue was. We're gonna be barely climbing. We're barely climbing here. Oh wow. You telling me this whole time I was on a wrong setting? Yes, I was. Okay. Nice and slow climb. Oh wow, we forgot to turn on Sim Tool Kit Pro. That's why I was like, where is the... You can't see anything about the flight. Low climb right now. Gonna turn off the seatbelt sign for the 10 seconds here. And ladies and gentlemen, we reach our cruising altitude of 29,000 feet. We'll be descending quite soon. So just I'm gonna turn off the seatbelt sign for the moment. Approximately 10 minutes, we'll start our descent into Atlanta. Local weather in Atlanta, we're looking at light winds coming in from the east, overcast situation over 2,000 feet, and then approximately 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not expect any delays, and we expect to arrive in about 30 minutes. Thank you for choosing Delta and enjoying the rest of the flight. See, that sounds from FS realistic. It's so real because the bathrooms on the 717 are right there. Right there. Alright, so we got that one. Anyway, do you have a Nightbot? If not, I can help set it up for you. I do not have a Nightbot. Oh, I thought I did. But it was 2 years ago, and I never looked into it. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't mind some help on that. My disappointment is immaculate, and my day is ruined. I won my ding. The ding is only when you turn it back to auto. See, you hear the ding there, but. Yes, more than twice. It turns on for 10 seconds and then 5-second cooldown repeats until the threat is over. Yeah. You want a job. When they dump pilots, I ain't flying. I don't know. They will never replace. We are not replaceable. Pilots are not replaceable. Now, what can happen is pilots probably will barely have to fly the plane, and which is cool, which already happens in a lot of the transoceanic flights. If you think about it, they do takeoff autopilot, and some company wants you, some airlines, they have their company policies, and they want you not fly with autopilot below above like a 5,000 feet or 3,000 feet, whatever. So with a jetliner, that's achieved in matter of seconds. So that's the thing. So we are going towards optimization. That's something that's gonna come soon. Same with electrification, which I'm really excited about. New electric planes. Once they are developed, studied, and tested, they did the proper testing, and they're good to go. Not just an electric plane just for the sake of putting an electric plane. Okay, that's the future. Electric is the future. It's happening with the cars. It's the same transition that we have from steam to diesel and fossil fuel, right? It's the same, and petrol. It's the same transition. People complain about, oh no, that's danger. That's not good. We don't like it. Blah blah blah. But then same thing now is happening with electrification. People say, oh, I want my engines to sound like this. I don't like this. Yeah, what about the pollution from this? Blah blah blah. People will complain about. And I think aviation one day it's gonna get to that point where it's gonna be electrified as well. But I want it to be done the proper way. So I wanted to make sure that the planes are safe, tested, and good to go. But yeah, pilots. Same thing with the pilots. They're not going to get rid of the pilots. That's not going to happen, and at least not in the near future. And the reason why, because the pilots, it's needed if something goes wrong. All right, and exactly that's how it's working already now with with all these autopilot stuff. The pilot is needed as a monitoring. So both pilots, there is one pilot flying, one monitoring, but both pilots and what they're doing, it's actually monitoring the system, make sure that everything is going as smooth. And when things don't go as smooth, that's exactly where the pilots intervene. This guy's having a hard time to keep the speed. Why? The only reason the Max exists is because Airbus brought out the 320 Neo, and they got jealous and they got so many sales, and so they rushed the new product. Yes, it's all about that. It's all about sales. It's all about the money. At the end of the day, same thing happened with some of the 787s. The product was rushed, and same thing happens. Think about it. Same thing happens with our flight community. Flight simulation community. People want to make money, so they release products that are betas and alphas, and they don't work. Right? And we're talking about people like PMDG as well, and the reason why, because at the end of the day, to sustain certain activities, you need the money, and that's where I think we have an issue here with developers, product developers, airplane developers, and developers in general. It just it's not working for the consumers, unfortunately. It's pretty rough for the consumers sometimes, if you ask me. Beautiful view down here. The second my plane doesn't have that satisfying engine sound, I'm gonna sit in a corner and cry. Trent, GE, and the pinnacle of sounds of in my opinion. I don't want silent plane. Planes will not be silent, so that's the thing. The electricity produces energy. Frictions produce energy. Now, for you don't like the sound. You know, you might not. So think about some of the electric car. I do love to hear sometimes the humming sound of an electric vehicle. We are going towards that direction. Unfortunately, for people that have to, like to hear the engines, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be silent though. There's friction. There is a kinetic energy. There's a lot of energy happening in there. So the planes will not be silent, and that's that's to be sure. But if you notice, also the recent planes, I fly the 350 a lot transoceanic. It's quiet. It's so quiet. The cabin, it's so quiet. And then when I switched to 767 or the 717, there's a huge impact. Like it looked like the 350 has almost like it's gliding, but the engines are running. Sounds change. Sounds get lower. I feel like Airbus are taking their time, not rushing, even if their competitors have released a great aircraft. Yeah. Now the 350, the only thing is that with the 350, it's not doing the performance that people ask for, or it cannot carry full capacity. The 350-900 at least cannot carry full capacity and go somewhere far without doing a technical stop, unfortunately, or be payload optimized. With some cheap noise cancelling headphones, I can't hear anything. Yeah, 380. The 380 is a very comfortable cabin. I'd say that. I flew that from Milan to JFK on a Emirates A380. It was an empty flight as well, so I was in main cabin. I was in economy class, and I felt like I was in first class. It's just I could not see a person around me like on the A380. I could see a couple of heads over, in the cabin, but it just felt like I was flying on a private jet all by myself. So it was kind of scary at the same time, because I was like, this is a massive plane. By the way, we're gonna start our descent hopefully soon. Let's have a look here. Gandalf 2 arrival. We're gonna actually brief the approach. How about that? Let's brief the approach. So we're taking 8 left. Okay, from Jag, 8 left. Let's have a look. Alright, so let's do our briefing quickly. Adine Didze. Did I say Adini Deeds? Adini Deeds. Hi, welcome aboard. How's the 717? Adini Deeds, it's not okay. This plane, it's rough. Alright. It's not exactly what we were expecting, and unfortunately that's how it is. It's a typical, this is exactly what I was expecting, but it's the typical captainsim. Alright, so let's have a look here very quickly to our brief. So we're gonna be flying to I don't know how to say this. CNDLR. I know it's based on Lord of the Rings, I believe. Finlay at 240, above 240. So I'm gonna start descending around Finlay, and then I'm gonna get to Gundolf at 11,000. Hull at 10,000, and then Shoulder at 8,000. Strict restriction. Now we have Jungle is that Cubit? Probably Hobbit. Cubit. And then we're gonna be getting into our arrival. So assign runway 8 left, cross Halder at or above 10,000 feet. So Halder at or about 10,000 feet, and cross Shoulder at 8,000 feet. Cross Cubit at 6,000 feet. Will be 6,000 feet after Cubit. We'll proceed direct to Lari and proceed for the ILS RNAV 8 left. That's for the RNAV now. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna. This is the approach. We're gonna get to Jog. Actually, we're gonna join at Jog at 5,000. So we're gonna 6,000, then Jog here. Bazaar, Shell, and then Troyes is our missed approach where we do the holding. Jog at 5,000. Okay, let's brief it. It is 119.65 or 127.9 at Atlanta approach. We are flying offline. So Atlanta Tower for 8 left is 119.1. Ground is 121.9er. Localizer will be identified as India Hotel Foxtrot Whiskey 109.3. Final approach course 95 will be a Shell and 2,900, and that's when we're gonna start our intercept our glide slope. Our decision height will be 200 feet up airport elevation 1026, touchdown zone at 1015. Minimum sector altitude at the airport is 3,100 feet. Now it's required transition level 180, and we are required for radar. Radar is required for approach entry. DME, okay. Dual VHF is required. The missed approach procedure is climbing to 1,500 feet, then climbing left to turn to 3,500 feet on the heading 360, and inbound for the RMG VOR, which is called, we don't know, on the radio 115 to Troyes intersection, and then DME 38, yeah. From RMG radar, and then hold. We're gonna hold there. All right, easy peasy. That's easy. Climb 1,500, 3,500 left turn on the 360 degrees, and then turn and then intercept radial 115 on the 115.4 in and a hold at DME 38.1 radar fix. All right, got it. How's my specs? My specs, I'm gonna write the specs now. I had it before. So we are rocking. I mean, unfortunately, it's not. I don't have a beefy computer. But right now, I have an i9. Actually, my CPU is great. I have a great CPU. It's a 11900K something. i9. So Intel, and then we have a GPU. It's a 2070. I'm gonna start descending here. 2070, regular 2070 with 64 gigs of RAM. I have 64 gigs of RAM. Yeah. Captainsim making you pay a premium for the overhyped and questionable at best products. Get yours today. See, that's the thing. They got me because I like the 717, and I just went for it. And that's the unfortunate thing about this plane. It's very unfortunate. Once again, folks, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and leave a like and a subscribe. You can join us on Discord too. Why is it decelerating? Please get you ready for the descent. I believe the 717 actually has a thing that says Delta on the bottom too, but beautiful outside actually. Great CPU, decent GPU, lots of RAM. Does it help to have lots of RAM? It did help for one thing only: CDO Skylines. That's it. I love playing CDO Skylines on my time off, and it does help a lot. For us, for the regular, I would say for anyone that wants to use just a flight sim, to be honest, 32 gigs, it's more than enough. You don't need 64. 32 is fine. I think 32 I think gives you a decent thing. 64, it's a little bit overkill, but if you're streaming, it does help. It does help for computing and resourcing and everything. So well, I have to go. It was nice talking to you guys. See you next stream. All right, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do a long haul flight, so I'll keep you posted. Check out the Discord channel and check out also the I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel as well. Ever since Boy merged with McDonnell Douglas, they went downhill. Yeah, because they brought the McDonnell Douglas bad luck and way of doing things, so they lost the way they were doing things at Boeing. Of course, as you can tell with the McDonnell Douglas, you know, different plane. The DC-10 was an awful plane, for example. Now, great plane actually was made by Lockheed. The L1011, I think, was a marvelous plane for that time and for that era. It was fully capable of doing autoland, fly-by-wire whatsoever. So much automatism. It was a fantastic aircraft. It just came out at the wrong time. You know, they came out late. They came out right after DC-10 and MD-11. So I want to say around that time, but they were late to it. MD-11 had probably better capacities. DC-10 as well. But yeah, no. You're an Xbox, all right. Oh, that's another platform. Nothing to say, sadly. The Xbox ain't cheap, so no, that's good. Awesome. Do you stream it with a capture card or something? I mean, the MD-80 was a workhorse. I thought the MD-80 was great. Oh shit, it's on this end. Now let's see. Where you going? Why is it going that way? What is it doing? Ladies and gentlemen, as you notice, we started an initial descent into the Atlanta area. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the fastest seatbelt sign, as we might expect some turbulence on the descent. Weather has not changed in Atlanta, so we still have an overcast situation with few clouds over the airport. 67 degrees Fahrenheit and just light winds coming from the east. I would like to ask also our flight attendants to take their jump seat a little bit earlier today. So flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. gonna do Gandalf. Oh, it did. I see what it did. I see what it did. It's going back. So let's do this. Good. $8,000 feet. That's the restriction we have. All right, next phase. Let's have a look at the weather very quickly. All right, we can bring it from here, from the panel here. Damn, the weather wasn't updated too long ago. Let's have a look here, the meter here. Let me see outside. What's the weather like outside? Ah, looks like it's not overcast anymore by looking at out of my window. So we're looking at overcast 2100. That's a lie. Let me see. Let's have a look outside the window. There are a few clouds, but it's sunny outside. I'm facing the runway, so I can see the weather, what it looks like. So 080 at night, QNH is 3015. So we'll set that 3015 right now, actually. $3015 set. Set it over here, 3015. Temperature is 21. Keep an eye on that speed. Okay. And the altitude 21. 080 at 9. 080/at 9. Down the runway. Lovely. 18,000 feet. Wish I did not have to change this all the time. 200. A little bit of bumps here, as predicted. So I asked the flight attendants to remain seated. Back in 2 minutes. Okay, have you tried flow toolbar? Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm rocking right now, the flow toolbar. I don't know about it yet. It's might go back to what it is before. Yes, it cost me $10, so I gotta upgrade it as it's trash. I believe every MD aircraft has crashed though, right? Yes. MD-11 has some head crashes. The DC-10s have crashes. The MD-80 definitely had some crashes, but sometimes it was mostly pilot issue. That's true. The aircraft and Xbox suck, apart from the PNTG 737, but after flying it with it for ages, it's boring now. You don't have the fly-by-wire by any chance? Sure, let's have a look here at my minimums. I don't want to bust any of these minimums. Sure, 8,000 feet. We do it. No, we're 1,000 feet above. I guess we missed the descent rate for a moment there. We're gonna switch now. Alright, keep descending about it. Taxi lights on. 10,000 feet, double ding. So I use a light VFR. Okay. The next best is the captainsim stuff, which is I refuse to buy. So I use the Latin VFR 320 and 321. That's not bad actually. Latin VFR is not bad with the, but can you use the horizon mode simulation? Horizon simulation mod. That's the thing. That's the question. They do even have an EFB actually. I think that PMDG did not even manage to do. Alright, descend, 6,000. I see decel and then it's gonna start descending. There you go. Throttle to idle. I'm gonna help it out a little bit. It really does not need. These engines are so powerful the moment you cut the power. Oh, he's going straight to that speed? Okay. VNAV, it's not acting up today actually. We might have a winner here. Okay, so let's make sure that we have the frequencies on. Nav radio 18. Okay, 8 left. Of course, let's put the frequency. One 109.3. 109. Point. Alright, you're busting through. You're busting through. Alright. That's enough. Alright, I took the throttle off. So we have trash planes. What? Oh, I see. Well, the EFB is glitched for us and Xbox users, so it's useless, and they haven't been bothered to fix it, even though it's been updated for like 2 months. Oh man. That's why it sucks to be on Xbox. I think it's a different crowd. You know, that's the thing. You are they definitely want to push the crowd. What's going on? Why are you not following? We'll bring the power back to 210 because that's the speed we want, 210. Bazaar 4000. Alright folks, we're getting ready for our landing here. Lost some speed on that turn. A little bit more power. Autopilot and approach. Flaps coming down. Speed check. Speed takeoff approach, we're looking at 137. Actually, I'm gonna put keep 200 here. All right, let's see what the landing rate will be on this flight today. Localizer, glide slope. You got it. Ease in. Alright, fully configure. Pops full. Did we intercept a false glide slope? With that speed 137. Keep it manually. Don't want to go below approach speed. Alright, 272. Oh, beautiful here though. Look at this. Looks so real. turn this one on too. Let's have a look here. This is the default Atlanta scenery, by the way. And to be honest, it's probably one of the best. Oh, the target I go to. This is the target. This is the target I go to. What's going on here? Oh, I don't know why. Oh, because it has a fuel consumption on the Airbus. But we good. Oh. Replay mode. You're doing great on the speed, by the way. The path is pretty good. Now this thing is capable auto land, but not this plane. Not the captainsim variant. Oh, we're losing the thing. My airplane.
500, 400, 400, 300, 200, 200.
All right, we got it. Let's have a look. Where are we heading today on this flight? Let's see. Let's have a look where we're gonna park. Oh wow, we if you look at the on flight aware flight radar, the Delta 2374 landed 4 minutes ago, so we are on par with there, and they're going to D28. That's where they usually go to Delta Concourse or C Concourse. So D28. Next page, D Concourse. D28. No. Delta Airlines. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's get the charts out quick. Gonna take Bravo and Delta. Cross on Delta. Okay. Right, it's clear. Delta in front of us, I think. Yeah. All right, mate. I'm going to head out now. It's nice chatting with you. We'll see you soon. All right. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Takeoff lights on. Strobes on. Clear left. Clear right. Crossing. Crossing 8 right. Let's have concourse in front of us. F Concourse now has the new style, I think. Let me see. That's E Concourse right next to us here. That's where some of the old international flights go out. Doing a little fast taxi here. Alright, let's hold on for a moment here. Here, D, what? Was D28 could have been on the other side, but it's okay. Park gates. No, D28 is correct. Going the right way. We'll take east, for November east. What was the landing rate? Let's have a look. 103. Not too shabby. I'm happy about that. One thing I can be happy about this flight. Alrighty. Alright, right is clear. Left is clear. I'm not seeing all this weather. It's like so shiny outside. $32. That's it. 28. The safe dock at the Atlanta airport. It's on the wall right in front of us. It's not like a pole. It's okay. See, that's one thing that it's lacking in Microsoft compared to explain. Stopped. Perfect stop. Park brakes on. The APU running. Yep. Engine shut down. Engine number 2. Engine number 1 shut down. You park a bit short than askew. That's not a lie. That's a lie. Park right. Too bad it is giving southwest gates here, but it's alright. Alrighty, we have arrived at our destination. Turn these ones off. Alright, keep the APU running for a bit. What else do we need to switch off? Beacon light can come off. Okay, and we keep the rest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta International Airport. Let's have a look at how we do a replay, and then we'll hop on the next flight. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stop this. Do a replay. Landing rate was not bad. 103, I think it was pretty good. Alright, let's have a look here. 717 Atlanta 717. How did I save this file? This one right here. Open. And let's have a look here. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Alright, let's have a look here at the replay, shall we? GSX, not GSX, but FS Realistic doing that. That's College Park, Marta Station. That's good. Nice solid landing. The Delta headquarters, that's one of the hangars there. That's the Renaissance Hotel. The headquarters are showing up right there. Beautiful landing. I'll take it. So look at on the view here. nice engine view here. In the meantime, I'll prepare for the next leg.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Drive.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to for our next leg. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the replay now. As a matter of fact, get to the gate. And oh, that's my voice coming back again. Let's see. Can I close this? Closed it. Lovely. Let's get back into the flight deck here. Got the power is on and APU still, well, turned off. We're gonna turn it back on now. There you go. It's probably running though. Yeah, right. There we go. So we are flying to Myrtle Beach right now. We are expecting to be as a Delta 1066. I'm gonna change my call sign here. We disembark all passengers. They're cleaning the aircraft right now. Actually, the cleaning team is almost done. This is a short turnaround. The flight attendants brought me the crew meals, which I wish I did in real life because I'm starving. And we're gonna be climbing to flight level. This is gonna be never gonna do 35,000 feet. Hell no. Why Sim Brave? Why you are giving me these crazy numbers? Like crazy numbers. If I put 290 and then what I'm getting 350. Let's do this again. Let me edit the flight. 290. Alright, where we at? Altitude 29,000 feet. 290. Alright, new flight plan in. So look, let's import a flight plan. This one right here. Okay, so we got a new flight plan in. We're gonna have to add fuel. Also, we're cooking our ground crew here. And we're gonna do it through the manual here. Let's have a look. Weight and balance. I'm gonna grab also this one right here. Sim brief panel. Reset. Fetch new flight plan. 1066 Atlanta to Myrtle Beach, alternative will be Charlotte, cost index 100, flight level 290, airtime 50 minutes, the routing will be Gary to departure, Auto 8 right, and then IRQ, direct to CAE, which is I believe Colombia, and then direct to Myrtle Beach, runway 36. Payload for today's flight. Frank, welcome aboard. Thanks for the nice landing. And yeah, the ND screens are not starting up like they should for me. They will start up once you start the engine. Let me tell you this. They will start up once you start the engine. They will. But I don't know what I did. But if you create a flight plan on Microsoft, right, and you load into the plane, somehow the screens are on. Everything is on. Battery is off. APU is off. External power is off, but everything's turned on. I don't know. It's the captainsim thing, unfortunately. All right, so we're looking at fuel. Block fuel. It's 10,000. We're gonna do 10,000 block fuel. Yeah. Let's do 10,000 with 5 and 5 and 5. What is this? How much fuel I have? Left, inner, center. Okay. So let's do. There you go. Let's do 5. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and leave us a like and a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Then here, 5,000. That's gonna give us 10,000 pounds of fuel. Maybe one notch. Here you go. That's perfect. We're looking at a payload of 17, and we have a 23. So let's reduce that to 17, approximately. That's good enough for me. And we are good over here on the weight and balance. I'm gonna go ahead over here, and on the init, we're gonna go ahead. Can I bring the new flight plan? Let's see. KATL / KMYR Myrtle Beach. Rudy, welcome over. Do you have any issues with the NDs? Yes, I do. It happens after colon dot press STRG. What's STRG plus E? What's STRG? Can you explain what STRG is, please? All right, costing is 100. Flight level 290. 29. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and next page. And we're good over here. Everything looks good. Alright, so flight plan. We have the flight plan now. We're gonna go ahead and enter the 8 right departure. No, sorry. I'm gonna do from here IRQ. No, I'll enter the departure later. IRQ, new waypoint. You got it? Oh, here. To select. Let me see. IRQ, so that's Columbia VOR, Gary Collier. That's 33, yeah, I thought so. IRQ. From IRQ, we're gonna go ahead direct to Columbia VOR, I believe. CAE. Columbia VOR. And that's gonna be NDB VOR. This is the one. Okay. And now we can set the departure. 8 right departure. We are using the Gary to departure. Alright. RIQ transition. Insert. Yeah. And then for arrival, just Myrtle Beach, runway 36. Arrival. ILS 36. No VIA, no star, no transition. That's it. Insert. Let's have a look at how the flight plan looks like from the plan view. Alright, it's not too bad. There you go. Perfect. Now we have the information we need. In the meantime, we are boarding now the aircraft. So we got, is the APU running? Let's run the APU. Yeah, I feel like it's not running, that's why. It's very quiet. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna even bother connecting the jet bridge because it's not gonna connect. It's gonna connect, but it's not gonna connect the way we want it. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and put. Andy, can you still do a flight plan from the world map? Yes, actually, you can import a flight plan from SimBrief, and that's how I did on the previous flag. I imported the flight plan on SimBrief. And then I downloaded it for the FS 2020 version, and I got the PLN version. I think that's cool. I don't remember. But anyway, it's you download the flight plan for Microsoft Flight Simulator. You add that flight plan. You go ahead and load up that flight plan from your menu, and it will show up on your FMC very quickly. Yeah, but otherwise you will have to you can manually input the legs and everything. So you can add it from your wall map. Yes. Welcome aboard, Andy 1231. Good to see you here. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and leave a like and a subscribe. We'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll do a long haul flight tomorrow with the new sim update and the EFB and then all the cool things coming up with that. We have APU, I think, is available. Hopefully, yes, APU is available and it's on. What else? So we have to do. Packs are good. Over here is good. We are gonna set performance. Takeoff performance. Flaps 13. They already did, apparently. 126. No, I changed. There you go. So 124, it's our rotation speed. Transition altitude is 8,000 feet. Level 180. Thrust reduction at 2,500. Okay. Next. Costing is 100. Managed. No, we're gonna do time at 250. Why can you not? Okay. We'll see the rest of it. We'll see how that goes. Alright, we got that in. We'll see 8,000. I'll do this now. And we're gonna set it up right now since we have the weather probably. For Myrtle Beach, 86 minutes ago, so a little bit old, but we'll use that. Gusting 18. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. Right, overcast 1800. Nice, that's gonna be fun. We're looking at QNH off. This is the TAF. Let's see this one. We don't need TAF for this. Oh, never mind. It's not as fun. The QNH is 3005. 3005. We'll keep an eye on that. Temperature right now is showing as a 23 degrees Celsius. Speed 0 to 0 /19, not 9. Okay, so we have a little bit of cross. 18,000 feet. And we'll check that later. Alright. Let's get this plane going. Alright, we're gonna call GSX and we're ready for push. Let's see. Let's look if I can. Oh, shoot. Can I do this from here? Oh, you can now load the flight plan from here. You have to go back. It's oh, safe flight only. See, never mind. All right, so we're waiting for pushback.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Thank you, sir. Well, finally the sun came out. I was going to say it wasn't as dark. Right, it's breaking now. I can see the sunlight here, like coming through the window onto runway 8 left and 8 right. So, gonna have to turn on the beacon lights that will
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
that will let the crew know that we are about to start the engines. Flight director back on. Yeah, right.
Locking gear.
Just gonna put 290 here since we don't have ATC. Well, let's go. Let's go, folks. Push us back. So we're gonna do nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
It does that every single time with GSX. Alright, starting procedure. Let's go ahead. Got the Paxil on and good. AP bleeds and everything is good. Ignition to auto. Start engine up. Right engine. Oh. N2 is rising, even though we don't even have N2 on this flight. But anyway. 10. Fuel on. Stabilizer trim 4.9, but I don't know how to deal with that, to be honest. No, we keep it on. Okay, so it uses the stabilizer from the Airbus, by the way, so it's not really good. I'll tell you right there. All right. We're good. Engine number 1. And you can hear the Airbus, unfortunately, again. Because this one uses the Airbus systems and sound.
Set parking brakes.
Park brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Yeah, the nose gear is down below the ground. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but we'll make it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give it the okay at this point. Still starting though. Yeah. Yeah, I will. Wait a second.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Disconnect. Alrighty, come on. Let's go.
Unlocking gear.
Thank you. Quicker. Flaps 13.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thank you, tow truck. Alright, tow truck is leaving. We're waiting for the friend here. Taxi lights on. He got the pin. Thank you. Oh, it's too late. Please, what? Okay. Literally. You wanna set or release? Have a good trip. Thank you. I know. Okay. I guess I released it a little bit too early. I'm not gonna run him over. So much power to that you had to add to this thing. "3013." Oh, the pressure is changing quite fast here. Brake check is good. Short taxi. The Foxtrot and hotel. Right is clear. Left is clear. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. It's Echo. They could have fixed this though with the same update that they just released. I set this from 095 with the heading bug. Alright, approach is clear. Runway is clear. Entering 8 right. Alright, we are aligned with the runway. We check all good over here. Everything is good. Flaps 13, takeoff. R15. Throttle climb, lever set to MCT. SPD is alive. 100 knots. Rotate. It does that every single time. Pause your rate gear up. Pops up. They did that the last time too. The thrust reduction was crazy. Beautiful view of the city of Atlanta. It's a beautiful city, to be honest. Just in the middle, immersed in the middle of the green. Fantastic views. Oh, fire truck. Alright, so we are going, let's see, I wanted to do performance here, climb, but 250, okay, set. $6,000 feet, I'm going to go ahead and turn some of the lights off here, the wing lights, so we don't need them anymore. Alright, one more light, we get to 10, can we get to 20 today? A few bumps over here. There's a 275 or somewhere over here, I think. $10,000 feet. 90 lights off, off. Double ding for the flight attendants. All right. Quite bumpy ride today here. See if we can admire some of the wind flags, maybe. So tomorrow, shall we fly the 787 or the 747? That's the question we have for y'all. 747 or the 787? They just released the sim update to 13, which apparently brings the EFB back to life for the 787, and also some sim brief integrations onto the 748 and the 787. So I would say the 78, so we can enjoy the EFB. I don't know if the 74 has an EFB yet. I haven't checked, but I think the 78 so only the 787 got the EFB update. This beautiful view here. That's one thing Microsoft is just being so good at. So a little bit, tiny little bit of wing flaps that's visible. Look at the crazy stabilizer over here. Looks like we were about to stall almost. And that's because it's using the Airbus auto trim, I think. Yeah, we're definitely not about to stall. We're going so fast. Alright, landing gear is up, everything flops is retracted, we are doing good, climbing flight level 290, we are at 15,000 feet, route standard once we hit 18,000, flight level 180. Just on our way to Myrtle Beach, beautiful sunny Myrtle Beach. Have you folks been to Myrtle Beach? Myrtle Beach is actually super fun. One of my favorite layovers I do when I fly. On a TFDI, for example, let's turn some of the things off. For example, turn this one off. We don't need it after takeoff. I like to keep it on takeoff because I don't know how this aircraft's gonna behave. But you can open the windows. I doubt you can do it on. Oh yes, you definitely not supposed to do that. Okay, and try this at home. Other animation is useless animations that we have, like really much useless. Oh, and this screen, so you can check nothing because it's not connected, cables is not connected to the camera probably, so you can't see outside the door. And I haven't seen really much. I haven't seen many 717 with that feature. All right, top of climb over there. Let's see where is top of descent. 180, so let's go ahead and reset the standard. Can't even see what this set for. All right. So overall, if I want to talk about these aircraft again, if you just tune in, it is not ready for VATSIM. As a matter of fact, we're not flying on VATSIM because it has a hard time to follow restrictions, especially on the descent path. I noticed that if you're flying this plane, sometimes it will keep the correct settings for descent, and it will follow the VNAV for a little bit. Once you start seeing that it's not following it anymore, disengage the auto throttle and fly the throttle fly it with your manual throttles. Do not attempt to fly in with the auto throttle on until you intercept your localizer or anything, because it won't. It will go. It's gonna bust through your minimums, through your altitudes, and you're gonna be like crashing onto the side of the mountain 30 miles before you are even about to intercept the localizer. So that's my suggestion. If you start noticing that it's starting to bust into your minimums, like, and into your altitude restriction, that's because the auto throttle is not communicating with your altitude autopilot part. So your barometer is not communicating with the speed indicator, something like that. I believe. So because of that, it busts through when it keeps busting through your minimums to your speed restriction and height restrictions. But I noticed that if I hold if I keep my own speed by holding the turning off the throttle, auto throttle, and just managing my own speed with my own throttle, it works better. Then it was gonna start following the descent path. It's much better. At least that's what I noticed. I still want to know what STRG means. Rudy, he said about something about STRG. I have no clue what STRG means at all. He said to press STRG plus E. Do you mean like shift plus E? Is that what you meant? Also, do you know how to... Does anyone knows how to activate the... if anyone knows how to activate the animation panel, because I have no luck on it. I got no luck. It's my lunch break. Go look over here. We're gonna have to descend quite soon too. Hello, 230. Still climbing. Milton, autopilot is freaking out on me quite a bit. Is it? What's for lunch? For lunch, we right now lunch is too far away from me, so right now it's snacks. I got veggie straws with zesty ranch. Veggie straws and water. Today I'm by myself at home, so I don't have the typical hand of God like XP has today. So yesterday I got it. Yesterday I got my crew meal from my hand of God. I got a nothing made fancy like the hand of God from XP, but I got a filet of fish, which I haven't had in a while, from McDonald's. Later on, for sure, we're gonna have some good food because I got groceries and got some meats to thaw, and these. I got some pork tenderloin. I like how some people say, "Oh yeah, I got." You know, they enter the plane and say, I got a window seat, and then they look outside and all they see is the engine nacelle. That's it. Because there's some windows that are behind the engine, so you can see them, right? You can see, all you see is the engine. At this point, why even waste money to put windows in there, right? How you doing, by the way? Mr. Milton, how you doing? So we decided that tomorrow we're going to be using the 787. That's decided. We'll see what kind of long, medium haul flight we can do with it. But I don't know if I should use the... I don't think we can use the Curo yet, unless Curo decides to leave an update today, which I really hope so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good, okay. My heart stopped for a moment there, because the sim just froze for a few, almost like 10 seconds. I wonder if Owls wants to do a share cockpit video one day. Keep forgetting to put this Sim Toolkit probe on. We had Sim Toolkit Pro before, but it was off on my stream, man. It's alright, it's alright, we got it now. The top of kind of stuff happening here. Top of descent should be after CAE, Columbia VR. Why on earth? You joking? Why on earth those were off? Holy moly! We're gonna turn these ones off for a moment. Alright folks, you need to remind me this, okay? Before we start depleting one side completely. Some tunes in, some tunes. Let's have a look here. We are at 27,000 still. It'll be 29. I'm gonna start descending off right after that. Show that my top of descent is on the Carolina. Estimated time and run is 18 minutes. It shows. See.
Let's
Stephen Harrison, have you worked out how to open the doors, nose cone, and engine cowlings yet? Nope. And I put a message on the forums too, and I did not get a reply from captainsim yet. So. Have you found out a way, Steven? I wish I knew that, because at least we can do we can board and deplane from the door, right, without using the jet bridge. We are reaching our cruising altitude now. Ladies and gentlemen, we reach our cruising altitude of 29,000 feet. We should, I'm gonna turn off the seatbelt sign just in case you need to use the lavatories. But we'll be starting our descent into Myrtle Beach in just a few moments here. But in the Myrtle Beach, we are looking at some cloudy skies. Winds coming from the north side. With overcast situation at 2200, so we're looking at temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, which is around 75 degrees Fahrenheit. We kindly ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened in case we experience any unexpected turbulence. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Right over CAE, I'm gonna start descending here. And let's add those values in here. 3003 takeoff approach. 3003. Temperature is 24, we said 24 degrees. Winds are 350 at 11. And then let's brave the approach. Approach available, runway 36 at route. And then we'll start descent soon. Alright, so here's the route. We are right over Columbia VOR, and we're going to start descending in a few moments here. We are looking, there's no arrival. Alright, we're coming from the ocean, over the ocean, and then we're gonna come back in here. We're looking at 123.925 for the ATIS. We are Unico 122.8. All these frequencies are not applicable for us. Localizer, it's identified by India Bravo Sierra Quebec on 101.9er. The final approach course is 357. Port key, we want to be at 1600, where we're going to intercept our localizer and the glide slope for our RLS. Minimum for decision height to be 200, airport elevation 25, touchdown zone 25 feet. Minimum sector altitude over the CRE VOR, which is, I don't know, anyway, it's 2100 feet. This approach procedure will be climbed to 3,000 feet on the Haley 357, so down the runway. Expect radar vectors to Kuki, DME 62.9 and hold at Kuki. Transition level 1 and 0. There you go. Radar required, and we are good over here. And you can hear the edges pulling down, so I did this. Gonna go down. And every time you need to somehow chalk out. Alright, we're gonna keep this thing going for a little bit longer. So look over here, approach 139 and 128. We cannot even change these values, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Go ahead and turn the seatbelt, fast the seatbelt sign on, back on. Ladies and gentlemen, we start our initial descent into the Myrtle Beach airport. At this time, we'd like to ask the please return to your seat, fasten your seatbelts for the duration of the flight. So we do expect some few bumps between us and the airport. We expect some bumps also over the approach. So we kindly ask that return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts. I will also ask our flight attendants to take the jump seat a little bit early in preparation for landing. Weather has not changed in Myrtle Beach. We expect the overcast situation over the airport. We've been going out of the over the ocean and then come back for landing on runway 36. We want to say thank you for choosing Delta on today's flight. At this time, I'd like to ask our flight attendants please prepare the cabin for arrival. Got some CBs there. See if I can get them. Let's see. We saw some before. I did see some before that. Alright, 18,000 feet coming up. 3003. Whatever I did, I don't know what I did, but I don't like what I just did. Alright. Making our way downtown. Taking crap on Captain Sim and regretting it right away. And I miss you. And I need you. TFDI. Alright, Captain Sammy. Come on, Captain Sam. I knew what I was getting into. Should have known better, but we do it for y'all. You don't have to buy it. And for myself, I do like the 717. I was not patient enough needed to get. Okay, 60 miles away. Alrighty. We'll be passing through this layer soon. Keep an eye on that fuel. Lateral fuel unbalance. I know. I know that very well. Nice. 767 just took off. Beautiful. $10,000 feet, double ding. Triple ding. Really reminds me a little bit the ERJ. If you look at the wings and the engines and everything. Do you remember? Man, we used to fly that plane quite a bit. I think we flew Air Zimbabwe or something like that. Air Zamibia or something. Goodbye frames now that we are heading into the clouds. Okay, Bravo 1. Here we go into the clouds. Just gonna stop my descent before. Well, we did really use a lot of fuel there, huh? Alright. We'll stay at 4,000 feet for a bit. Could have descended a bit later. Oh, the frames in these clouds. Let's see if we have the frequencies, by the way. 109 at 3, 109 at... No, that's the wrong frequencies. And it has the wrong frequency here. That's the previous one. 9. There you go. Now we got the correct frequency. We still have a little bit to go. I need to Chaka. Chaka. Sounds like a. Oh no! There was a show. There was a TV. There's a movie, and there was this monkey-looking alien. His name was Chaka. Is it raining? I can't tell. Get some views from outside. Beautiful views of the sky. We're in the soup right now. That's what we call the soup. It's a soup bowl. It's a miso soup bowl. We're gonna be at 10,000 feet at this altitude. Now we're flying, burning fuel for nothing. Alright, come on. Is that ripped frames right now? But they're not some frame. It's just literally we have some stutters, which are not very noticeable, but I notice them. I was trying to see if I can get this thing to work anyway. Maybe it's this one? No. See, there's a touch point here or something. Alright, let's get to Chaka very quick. And then later on I'll decide what route we're going to be doing tomorrow on the 787. We only have to dash down though. Right. Let's arm the speed brakes, spoil brakes. We never changed the altitude to... I think it activated approach mode. gonna speed up for this. Wow. It's been pretty rough here on the weather. Chaka 1600 feet. Let's see if we have the restriction here. Yeah, Chaka and Corky. Yeah, I wish we descended a little bit later. If we were still higher, we would have been now already there. Once again, folks, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe, and hit the join button on Discord. You can find the link in the description down below. If you're trying to see how to get the wing views, I'm gonna put it on my Discord channel. You need to work on your camera CFG, and then you'll be able to get these wing views and go inside the cabin. You just have to change the initial position line so that will bring you outside the flight deck, and from there you can move yourself around. Right now I'm getting stutters from all these clouds, I guess. Right, that's what my 2070 can do. There's things that it can do and things that it cannot do. And we're 15 miles away. Let's keep the fuel gauge here. I want to see. Okay, we're getting close to the fuel imbalance. Just 1,000 pound. And also the fuel, I believe the fuel quantity, not the fuel quantity, the fuel burn is wrong here. I think he's using the Airbus 320 Neo default fuel burn, and which is not correct. Well, I need to go all the way to Chaka. I don't have to. Speed, okay. I'm gonna start heading to Porky. Direct. Porky. Mr. John, welcome aboard. It's trash. Well, it's trash. We know that, right? It's a fun plane to fly, but it has issues, big time issues. But let's see the positive out of it. We can do certain flights as long as you know how to use this autopilot, which is crazy. I usually disconnect the autopilot, not autopilot. I disconnect the auto throttle. Gotta descend. A little bit high here. Oh, we got visual. Gear down. The good thing about a 717, you can bring gear and flaps down at higher speed. One 33. They're not supposed to do this. Oh man, flight control. My aircraft and my throttle. It's setting too fast. Oh, we are way too fast.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard drive.
We bounced it, but landed. $60 knots, reversed out, and you're braking. Damn, 494 feet per minute. We dropped it like crazy. It was a hard landing. It's okay. It's alright. Oh, we forgot to do that. That's okay. Bravo 1. That landing was... You can put a lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. I mean, yes. I agree. You know, no one here is saying that this is a study level aircraft. No one here is saying that this is a good aircraft. I'm saying that this is a fun plane to fly randomly. You know, practice maybe a couple landings, do some video shoots, but nothing else. It's not good for VATSIM. This is not VATSIM ready, and I don't think anyone is saying that. It's a captainsim aircraft. Like, what are we expecting? Why this vertical sim scenery does not have ground markings? E1 is right there. Okay. Let's see. Part brake set. APU on, good. Engine cut off. N2. You're back a bit too short. You told me to cut off the engines there. Liar. And beacon light can come on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived into Myrtle Beach. Let's have a look here. CN2 Kipro landing rate was 494. Man, that was rough. We went from 103 to 494. Alright, anyway, let's have a look here. Let's do the replay. Shall we? Where's the replay? Stop recording. What did I call this thing? Pop. Yeah. We popped the tire. It just showed up right there. Beautiful waters though. So we came in quite strong too. We botched it for landing. Give you a Myrtle Beach over there. It didn't look that bad. That's the thing, though. It didn't look like a 430 feet per minute landing, though. Someone was lying here. So look here. We tried to put some lipstick onto this pig, but we were landing so hard that the lipstick went all over the face. How about that, John? The wrong lipstick here. The face really sticks. Makes the camera view sometimes our worst. See, that was not too bad. That was just a soft. Second landing was harder, I thought. If we did not bounce it, it would have been a better landing. But this time, we got the center line very well. Alright folks, one more of these views and I'm gonna head out. It's a cool view of Myrtle Beach though there. You can fly this flight on the 737 as well. Delta operates Atlanta to Myrtle Beach on a 738 as well. Let's see. Man, yeah. I feel like the second landing was rougher. The first landing, we just skimmed the runway. I'm waiting for FTSIM to release the sound pack for this beauty. This beauty. It's a beautiful looking plane. It's not a beautiful plane to fly, to be honest. That's the thing. It looks great. I would love some mods to intervene here and come out with Horizon Simulations, Cura, whoever, just the salty mod, whoever needs to intervene to fix this crap, please come on board and fix it. Please, please. I'll pay, if you decide to get onto this adventure, let me know. I'll beta test all your planes or all your mods, and I'll start collecting money from donation for you as well. So if you decide to ever do mods for this plane, just because I can't wait for TFDI to come out with a 717, that takes forever, and they still have to finish in an aircraft. So anywho. Alright folks, it was nice to have you on board with us today as you get to your gate. Once a captain turns off the seatbelt sign, you're free to move around the cabin and leave the aircraft. So we appreciate your business with us, and we appreciate you tuning in into the Aviation channel. Thank you so much for supporting us. We'd like, subscribe, join us on Discord. You can find the link in the description down below. Tomorrow we'll be doing another live stream. It was going to be a long haul flight on the 787. We'll see if we're going to do 74 or 78. Just because the sim update was just released. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, be kind to one another, be safe, and blue skies, everyone.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard 5. Let's play.